Well, I asked, and you guys delivered. So, I guess I have to do a review for the first game.
Ellie, your mask. Here, we can share mine.
No! Don't take it! Stop!
Ellie, stop! Ellie, stop!
What?
No! Ellie, no!
Stop! I'm not infected. I'm immune. I'm not coughing, do you see? Fuck. Dina. Shit. Can you run?
Yeah. Yes.
Let's fucking go! Go!
You want to tell me what's going on with you?
What's going on with me? Ellie, I just saw you breathe spores.
Dina, honey, it's a long story. Let me take you back to the past. Actually, the details are a bit all over the place, but it was believed that... June 2013. The fungus is spreading rapidly across the globe, so everybody started panicking.
Keep running!
You get it. So the world went into chaos, and everybody's trying to find a cure. The Fireflies have their top doctor on the case.
I'm okay with developing a vaccine that'll help save millions of lives.
Well, shit. So, rumors about this little girl being the cure went around, and you, Joel Miller, has to smuggle her across the US to the Fireflies base. Speaking of this little girl, this will lead us into... Nothing means more to me in this game than the bond you share with Ellie. The best thing in the game. It makes scenes like this feel more impactful.
It's okay. It's me. It's me. It's me. Look. It's me.
He tried to...
Oh, baby girl. It's okay. It's okay.
No.
It's okay.
Anyway, sorry, I was just crying a bit. Ellie's backstory on how she got bitten, at least in my humble and correct opinion, was amazing. I know that Left Behind is technically a flashback full of various flashbacks, and I partially criticized this in my Last of Us 2 review, but here it was done properly. For a better comparison, take the opening scene of Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. It opens up directly after the first game and shows you like various flashbacks that give you a proper story of William's origin. Same rules apply here. So the problem with Abby's flashbacks were that they weren't compelling, and some of them were done for the sake of having flashbacks and brought nothing to the story. But I'm not here to talk about Abby. I'm here to talk about Ellie, so it's just hard to not talk about The Last of Us 2 because it just ruined the whole thing for me. The long and short of it is, Ellie is a strong and supporting character, and brings a lot to Joel as his de facto daughter. Now, of course, Ellie is immune to the cordyceps infection, which turns people into zombies, and since this is a zombie game, we can't look over the zombies. Now I know, zombies don't need much of an introduction, but to sum up the zombie in the best way, a zombie is a person who has lost the majority of their brain power, except for basic motor skills. Their survival is based on the consumption of primarily human brains or flesh. How a person may end up in the zombie state could be based on a viral infection or based on a religious factor, where the dead rises from their respective resting places to wreak havoc on the living population. However, here in The Last of Us, their idea of the zombie is one that has never been explored before, and is the most realistic take on a zombie. I am indeed, of course, talking about the real fungus that attacks ants. That's what I love about The Last of Us' zombies. They're not based totally on fiction. It is, however, based on reality. A mutated strain of the real cordyceps fungus. That this time it affects humans. This has never been explored before, and I find that odd. To my knowledge, it's the one discovered zombie infection that actually exists in our real world. Anyway, you don't care about that. If you do, you can watch Game Theory's video on it. They probably have one. It's time to talk about the gameplay.
Last of Us is unrivaled in so many ways, and I'd recommend it to any PlayStation 3 owner.
The Last of Us f***ing sucks. This game is just buried under so many technical problems. The game as a whole feels like a total opposite to its successor. The Last of Us 2 has good gameplay but a bad story, and this game has bad gameplay but a good story. I can't recommend anybody play this game on the PS4. Like, the walking controls are dog shit, aiming is a fucking nightmare, but somehow, combat is the best part of the game. Okay, now on a serious note, unfortunately, the original Last of Us's gameplay has started to show its age. Now, don't take that as me saying, don't buy this game. You know, I'm just warning you that there are some controls that don't hold up today. I can't really, talk about the PS3 version of the game because I don't own a PS3. Maybe in the future, if I get one, I'll get The Last of Us 2 for it and play it there. I'll leave my PS3 experience in the comment section. All in all, The Last of Us 2 is still a fun game and has a beautiful and compelling story. The only problem I had with the game were the controls, which made walking a friggin' nightmare. The story, however, was beautiful and captivating, with a fantastic DLC and the best ending in a video game.
Swear to me that everything that you said about the Fireflies is true.
I swear.
Okay.
All of that leaves this game with a 9 out of 10. And if the controls end up working on the PS3 version, then I'll happily raise this verdict to a 10 out of 10. Easily. That's how good this game is. And it's unfortunate that the sequel to it ended up being such a flop. Like, such a commercial failure. Not just a commercial failure, but a failure at a storytelling point. And I do recommend you play this game. At least once. Anyway, Dina, that's the story. I'm busy. I gotta kill everyone and let that one bitch go. Goodbye forever. And there you go. I gave you your review. Are you satisfied? Probably not. There's still more to talk about? Yes. Will there be a part 2 coming soon? Probably. I don't know. I don't know,
maybe this is just it and I can finally stop talking about the series. Or, maybe part 2. There's a lot more I haven't really talked about. So, yeah, I don't know. What do you want from me? Oh yeah, just an FYI, if you think the walking controls aren't working because of the controller I'm using, well, I used another controller and played 3 other games to see if it is a controller problem, and it's not. It's the game's problem, so just telling you that.